Good morning, students. It's Michelle Baber. We have an extra special episode release with TikTok extraordinaire, social media extraordinaire, real estate extraordinaire, and above all, a Bravo historian. It's Michelle
Love it.
Knutson. Welcome to the show, Michelle. This is
Yay!
going to be a
I'm so
Michelle centric
excited.
episode.
I know, right?
We are
At least we
super
sound
excited
different.
to have you on the show.
I'm so excited to be
So
here.
I started, we are so excited to have you. So I started following you on TikTok. I don't know if it was, like, maybe a couple years ago. Um, I started following you when you posted I think it went viral. A lot of your stuff goes viral. You posted a TikTok, and by the way, anything you want Jason, cut this. Anything you don't want, just say, "Jason, cut it."
Okay.
He's our editor, but also my husband, so if you're like, "I don't wanna
Okay.
talk about this," just let me know. Um, Jason, cut that part. Okay. I started following you on TikTok. I saw a video of yours that came up about your relationship with alcohol. And it was like this really pretty almost. Like you had like a montage of like events and like things with family and like what
Yes.
am I without drinking and like
Yep.
what
I
will
know
my
exactly what you're talking
relationship
about.
with alcohol be? And I was at a place in my life that I was really questioning um what my relationship with alcohol was. I feel like at the time when I saw it, I was drinking pretty heavily. I was whatever, I still drink. But like I thought it was a really refreshing kind of take on, you know, what what is life if I don't do this, or can I regulate it, or I just thought it was really authentic and it wasn't in this like it's either all of this or none of this, or you were really kind of real, and you would talk about like you had a lot of videos I feel like at the time about like
Mhm.
I haven't had a drink for this many days. Okay, I did drink this day, and like I know that your TikTok isn't really so much about that anymore, but that's when I first started following you. And then I just like came to really like be interested in your just life journey, right? So you
Thank
went
you.
yeah, so you talked about that. I feel like a lot of TikTok can be like, especially now, like really curated, right? Like it's like we're doing these dances or we're doing these like really fun like cuts and like all these edits.
Shoots and yeah.
Yeah, and you just go on TikTok and you're just like, "Yeah, I had a bad date." Like,
Yeah.
or this guy, like, ghosted me, or like, "I'm not with restaurant guy anymore," right? Like,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
and I find that type of stuff to be, like, really refreshing anyway. So I started getting into your TikTok that way. How did you get into TikTok, and what made you make the decision of, like, I'm just gonna just talk about, like, my life and not really all these other trends, like, not necessarily use, like, all the shit that's trending on TikTok, and
The
it's just yeah, it's just gonna
audios.
be you talking to your phone.
Yeah, I mean, I think I should go back and see if I started posting in 2020. I wanna say it was 2021, but
Mhm.
it could have been 2020, but I'm 31, so back then, I was kinda old for TikTok, like, I feel like it was so Gen Z and
Yeah.
whatnot, like, I'm cuspy millennial, um, and so I didn't really get it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I mean, I knew some people were watching and stuff, but I feel like until, like, with social media presence, it's not until someone you know that comes to you and says, "Oh, I saw you on TikTok." Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think of it as anyone seeing it. I
Mhm.
almost treated it like a visual diary and journal, honestly. Like, it was
Mhm.
almost like record keeping. Like, remember back in the day when Instagram came out and, like, you literally treated it like a Facebook album and you just
It's
posted
just like a
every
bunch of
single thing?
yeah, every picture, and you had
Like,
hashtags, and yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
not curated, like, horrible filters, like, a
Oh,
picture of your coffee cup on your counter.
yeah. Yeah.
That's that's kinda how I started it, and I had just gotten so, yeah, it would have been 2020 because I had just gotten into real estate,
Mhm.
and one of the first, like, learning how to edit TikToks I made was about real estate and, like, becoming an agent and whatnot. And then I was just going through so much, and it
Mhm.
was lockdown. I did
Right.
COVID lockdown in LA, which
Mhm.
was hardcore.
Yeah.
Now living in Nashville, a lot of my friends that did COVID here in Nashville, their experiences were very different and, much more open. So,
Mhm.
bored in the house, doing nothing,
Bored in the
bored
house
as
and in the house
hell.
bored. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
just were like, "I gotta do nothing." Yeah, I was pregnant during lockdown, so that was fucking crazy.
Oh my
Um,
goodness. No,
so
thank
you
you.
are a yeah, you're yeah, no, it was fucking I got pregnant the first day of lockdown, so 4 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant, I was like, "No way," because we
Well,
just
you're
thought
first?
lockdown. Mhm. Yeah, my
No.
husband and I were like, "Oh, like, we'll just be working from home for, like, a week, so
Yeah,
whatever."
for sure, for
And then,
sure.
like, I didn't get to just, like, I didn't do the pandemic like everybody else, but,
Yeah,
uh,
drinking at 3 o'clock
no,
and
nothing like that, like,
oh my
I
god.
was, like, sober and growing a person, but what can you do?
Oh my goodness.
She's wonderful. She's gonna be 5. She's gonna be 5,
Where
like, in a month.
oh my
It's
gosh,
crazy.
that's
So
so crazy.
you're originally from LA, and you're a real estate agent, but you went to school, like, you went to college at SMU, right?
I
'Cause
did,
so I
yeah.
live in Dallas. Lauren and I are
I was
originally
gonna
from
say, where
Dallas.
are you?
Yeah, I'm in
Okay,
Dallas, so
perfect.
we're in Dallas. How did you end up in Dallas? Like, how did you end up at SMU from
SMU.
yeah,
So, I
because it's a
went
fairly small school, I feel like, this
yeah,
yeah.
and it's had, like, a huge I don't wanna say renaissance, but just boom, I feel like. Like, I feel like SMU now, because I graduated in 2016, so literally almost 10 years ago, which is
That's crazy to think
insanity.
about.
It's
That's 10 years
crazy.
ago. It's nuts.
I know everyone on TikTok is always like, "Can we go back to 2016?" I'm like, "Literally, it's insane that that's gonna be 10 years next year."
I
But
don't believe that. It's wild.
I was, like, kind of a nerd in high school, and I applied to, like, all of these crazy schools and got into a couple different schools and was trying to figure out and I that's kinda why I say, like, the renaissance of SMU, I
Mhm.
feel like it's become a better school, it's become way harder to get into,
Yeah.
it's kind of, like, in the ether in a way that it wasn't back then,
Mhm.
and my college counselor, I think, like, 2 kids from my high school 2 or 3 had gone, and a friend of mine that was a year older was there currently. And my college counselor was like, "Hey, I think you have a lot of, like, reach schools, back,
Mhm.
like, when applying."
Yeah.
And she was like, "I think you should throw in a couple, like, kind of,
Safeties or just, like,
safety schools."
probably schools. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, I ended up throwing in SMU, I never visited it. I just, like,
Wow.
never just applied, and I ended up getting in, and I got, like, a half ride scholarship.
That's good
So
because I was like, "That school is not cheap." For new
yeah.
people, I was thinking about going to SMU. What
Yes.
is
So
that?
I as soon as I got that, I was kinda like, "Oh, okay," like, that's really something to consider, and my sister went to NYU,
Mhm.
and, yeah, I was choosing between, like, NYU and UCLA. My mom went to UCLA, my sister went to NYU.
Oh,
I
wow.
grew up 5-10 minutes from UCLA. We would go to volleyball games all the time. We'd
Mhm.
go to basketball games. Like, I felt like I grew up there and I was gonna be what, 10 minutes down the road from my
So you
parents.
wanted
Like, I just
something, like, different?
fly
Yeah.
the coop, fly the nest kind of thing. And I thought about NYU long and hard. It was like an incredible opportunity. I
Mhm.
got into their business school and I just wanted college. Like at the final 10-yard line, I
Mhm.
literally missed senior prom to
Wow.
go visit SMU and
Mhm.
I it was like a movie. Like I pulled onto campus and the sun
It's a
was
really pretty
shining and
campus. It's a
it's
very pretty
stunning.
campus, and it's like, it's in a very nice neighborhood in Dallas. It's near
Oh, yeah,
Highland
it's in
Park.
like Beverly Hills.
I
Yeah.
know, it's the Beverly Hills of Dallas. Like,
Yeah.
what did you like Dallas when you were living here during college, or do you just see it as, like, "This was, like, my college experience?"
Kind of, like, I
It's
don't wanna come
hot.
for you since you live there.
No, it's fine. No, I feel like Dallas is, like it can be a lot. It can be a lot, and it's just like a everything's very spread out, you
Yes.
don't there's, like, even, like, when you're, like, downtown, it's like it doesn't feel like a downtown somewhere else, like, it feels very,
Yeah.
like they've been working on it lately and, like, whatever, there's a lot of transplants in Dallas, but it is kind of like, eh, yeah, it's
My
fine. You don't have to talk
when
about
I
Dallas.
was I was in, like, yeah, no, I love it. It very much college for me. I was, like, in a
Yeah.
relationship when I graduated college, and I was, like, thinking I was gonna get married super young and have all these kids and blah, 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 blah,
Right, yeah.
and, you
Yeah, it's
know,
like you
how it
went to
goes.
SMU and you were like, "Oh,
Ring
that's what
by
we
spring,
do
baby.
here." Yeah, yeah.
But I for
Mhm,
me with
mhm.
Dallas,
Get your
there's just
MRS. Yeah.
yes, exactly. I
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like there's not a ton in Dallas, like, there's not a ton of nature, and there's not a ton of honestly, when I
Culture.
was thinking about it, I was, like, 21, and I'm like, "What am I
Yeah,
gonna do on the weekends for free now that I don't go to frat parties and tailgates?" Like,
yeah, and
I just felt like there wasn't a lot,
there's
like,
not
you
a
don't have the
lot.
beach, like,
Yeah, no. And,
there's
like,
not
even,
n
like, some of the stuff to do, like, outside, like, if it's, like,
yeah, it's too hot
April to,
sometimes.
like, October, it's like today it's 85 degrees, and it's, like it's the middle of November, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't miss that.
No, no. And
But it
so
was
that
good to me.
yeah, so then you moved so after graduation, you went back to LA,
Yep.
and then
Yeah,
when
so
okay, so we're, like, finally gonna get into actually something interesting. You're like, "Why am I just talking about my college experience?"
I'm
Um,
like, "You take me wherever you wanna go, I
yeah,
will follow you."
so when you went back to LA, like, when did you start working for, like, the agency? See, now we're talking about something because you worked
I
for
love it.
Mauricio, right? You worked for
Yes.
Mauricio, so that's crazy. So, yeah, walk me through that, and then, like, let's talk about working at the agency a little bit. Yeah,
Absolutely, I
and
know.
his
I
daughters.
yes, yeah, they were all there. Yeah, I have, like, a crazy history, like, I bounced around from, like, a lot of celebrity brands, you could say, or
Really? Like, did you
celebrity
like Hilton and
adjacent.
Highland
Um,
with the, Hiltons?
with Baron and, what's Rick? Yeah, well, they broke up, but,
They did?
yeah, Hilton and
Baron
Highland
did?
is not
It
they're
did?
not
I
they're
haven't
not
been
together
watching.
anymore.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that, that's a shock. Wow, I didn't
Um,
know that.
but yeah, no, straight out of college, I got a job working in the mailroom at WME, which is what, like, Entourage is based off of,
Mhm,
you
we know
know?
WME very we know
Yeah.
W
So, that was interesting. I kind of got, like, promoted onto a desk by accident. I'm pretty sure that
wow.
they asked me to interview, and I was the wrong Michelle.
Oh my god, that's so funny. There's not
It
usually,
was
like, a ton of
crazy.
Michelles, like, it's kind of funny.
I know, it's crazy, and then I literally got fired 3 weeks later,
Mhm.
and it was crazy. It was a crazy experience. Literally getting Nerf guns shot at me when my boss needed my attention.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Was
it
your
was a
boss an
crazy
age like,
experience.
was your boss, like, an agent at WME?
He was not an agent. Wink,
So
wink.
he was okay, yeah.
So that
I'm
was
like,
a
I
fun
didn't think that you were,
experience.
like, an assistant to, like, one of the accountants there or something.
Yeah, no,
That doesn't make
no,
any sense.
it was a very interesting 3 weeks of my life.
Yeah, you
And then from there, I went to work, at Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle
you
company.
worked for Goop?
I
Did you
did.
ever meet her?
Yes, yeah, I mean, she's like an active CEO.
Did okay, okay, no, now we have to talk about Goop because she is like okay, Gwyneth is, like, one of my all-time if I could go back in time and have a senior quote, like, redo my senior quote, it would have been a Gwyneth
See?
Paltrow quote, which is like, "I can't pretend I make $30,000 a year."
Yeah.
When you get hired at Goop, do they, like is your welcome do you get a welcome package, and is it, like, yoni eggs? Like, is it free range eggs? Okay,
Oh my
what were
gosh.
you doing for Goop? That's
Oh my
insane.
gosh. I know. My career trajectory is an interesting one for
Yeah.
sure. So I was a total, like, fashion girly.
Okay.
Why I ended up at WME was I wanted like, trying to wrap my head around it, I was like, I'll work really hard and make my way up the ladder to do Fashion Week because they
Oh, okay.
oversee, like, New York Fashion Week.
Mhm.
So that was kinda my goal. And then when I got fired, literally the only time in my life I've been fired. It was
That's
pretty
so
iconic.
funny that you're filed from WME. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I was, like, living at home, my boss calls me at, like, 6:30 AM, I had, like, just gotten a new pencil skirt, I'm walking out the door, I'm living at home with my parents, and he calls me,
Oh
and
my
he's
god.
screaming at me on the phone, so I just put him on speaker, my parents just listen to me getting tired. I'm like, "Well, okay, I'm
Oh my god, he fired you
21.
over the phone?
Yeah, do not come in
That's
today, do not ever come back to
crazy.
this office." Literally because I wouldn't sign
Oh
my
my
life away
god.
for 5 years, like, the way it works, like, you have
Damn.
multiple assistants, and I was an assistant 2, and the assistant above me,
Mhm.
assistant 1, wanted to leave, and she was like, "Okay, are you in this for the next 5 years?" And I said, "I don't know, maybe," and then he called me the next morning and said, "A maybe is a no, so don't even bother coming into work today," and I said, "Okay, great,
Wow.
I'll drink rosé by the pool."
Yeah, and then did Gwyneth call you?
Oh my
One of
gosh,
those
no, so
Hollywood stories.
yeah, just call her up, call Taylor up. Yeah, so I got the job at Goop in fashion back to my normal life. So I always
Mhm.
wanted to be a buyer. I did like buying internships. I worked at Chanel for a couple years when I was at
Wow.
SMU. I did all like summer internships in retail or fashion merchandising, buying kind of all of the fashion stuff. So I joined Goop. It was still pretty small at the time.
Oh my
And I was,
god.
yeah, I think I was like maybe like 40-ish, like
Like the
boy
40th
40-ish.
mhm.
Yeah, and I was at, like, a general buyer's assistant because at the time, it was still pretty small. So they had
Mhm.
a 2 fashion buyers, a home buyer that also did the gift guides, and a beauty buyer, and I kind of assisted all of them
Okay.
and got to do a little bit of everything and thought about going into home instead of fashion, but ended up
Mhm.
going up the ranks in fashion. So when I left, I was the denim and intimates buyer
Holy
on the fashion
shit. So
team.
how long did you work for Goop?
Maybe like 2.5 years?
Wow. And you
Yeah,
really like and
so
Gwyneth really, like, does actually show up and, like, she's, like, a pretty active CEO
yeah,
like, she
no,
really
sh
does go into the office.
yeah,
I always wondered that because 'cause
yeah.
I'd, like, watch interviews with her and she'd be like, "My day like, I start my day with, like, coconut pooling and then, and then I, like, do a Tracy
Yeah,
Anderson workout, and then I'm at the
yep,
Goop offices." And I'm like, "Is she really there or is she only there
she
when they're,
really
like,
is.
recording?" Like, they did a reality or they did a Netflix show about
Yeah,
Goop. Were you there at Goop when they did
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah, or
wild.
maybe I forget if they filmed that right after I left. So that office that show is in, they must have filmed it right after I left, but they had
Mhm.
just casted it when I left. Um, I left end of the year, and I think right after the new year, they moved into that office. So I was
Wow.
still, um, in the smaller office. But yeah, I mean, she has a busy schedule, so it's
Yeah.
not like she's there every day, but
She's, like, really, like, pretty
everything went
hands-on
through her.
are,
Yeah,
like that's pretty impressive because, like,
yeah,
like, sometimes with, like, celebrity brands but I feel like maybe hers, like I feel like Goop it's first of all, it's been around, I feel like, for a while now. Like, it's definitely been around now, and also, I don't know, like, I feel like she's always kind of been yeah, even, like, the name, like, Goop, it's like, you just remember it. Like,
yeah.
did you get to do like, I would imagine working there, like, you would get access to a lot of, like, some of, like, the weird treatments or, like,
Oh, yeah.
did you do, like, energy healing or anything? Like, did you were they were like, "We're gonna have an energy healer for, like, one of the articles if anybody wants to try that."
For sure.
Wow! So, like, what's, like, the
Sound bath.
weirdest, like, thing or what was, like, the coolest thing that you got to do just because you worked there, so there was always, like, probably energy healers or
I
weird
mean, yeah, there's always so much, like, weird stuff. I mean, my favorite stuff was because I was the lingerie buyer and I would
yeah.
help out the home team, was, like,
Well, that's
all
so,
this.
like, different, though. It's, like, home
I
and
know, it's kind of
lingerie.
weird,
Yeah.
but home would do the gift guides,
Yeah.
right? So, like, I wanna say there was, like, a sex guide every year, and
Mhm.
so even just, like, going to Chateau Marmont for, like, a lingerie
You oh my
showing,
god.
like, just
I'm so
so chic.
jealous.
It was so
Yeah.
fun. I
Oh
miss
my
those
god.
days.
Oh
Like,
my god.
the lingerie I have goes crazy, like, because all of my clients would gift me stuff, so
Do you
That
still
and
have
then
it? Do you still have,
I
like, a
have
lot of
so much
lingerie from your
stuff.
Goop time? Wow, yeah,
Lots
that's
of
so cool.
lingerie. So, like, I
I
was
love that, I'm so jealous. I have, like, no
23.
lingerie, but
I mean, it's expensive, expensive. But the best part or
yeah,
the
some of that
hardest
stuff and yeah, I
part
wouldn't imagine Gwyneth would be like, "Try this, like, Walmart lingerie," and let it like, write
no.
an article like, no, I don't think so.
But being, like, 23, 24, and, like, from all of the samples of, like, beauty and home and, like, we would have to get things
Yeah,
personalized for the gift guides, and then obviously you get to keep it after because you can't resell it.
yeah.
Having a home stocked by Gwyneth Paltrow
Oh my god,
quality
it's, like,
things,
curated. Oh my god,
oh,
curated by
it was
Gwyneth.
so hard to leave. Like, when
I would
I lost
imagine
that
God,
budget of free high-end things, I was like, "Oh
yeah.
my god, how do I afford this? I can't afford this
Like, what am
anymore."
I supposed to do now? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Where
go
am I
back
supposed
to
like, I'm gonna have to
Target.
go shop? Yeah. I
Yes.
don't fucking Hearth in
So
hand.
I know. Oh my
Fuck
god.
that.
Really literally. Do love Target. That is more my budget now, but I have some good Le Creuset and all that kinda shit from my Goop
Oh my
days, so
god. Oh my
it
god.
was a
That's
fun time until it
yeah.
wasn't, so.
And then you okay, so how did you transition into real estate after
Real
that and then
estate,
end up
yes.
at the agency?
Yeah. So I got recruited out of Goop and I went to Paige Denham, which is another like celebrity adjacent. Paige out of
Mhm.
Geller used to be a big model and I was there. It was not a fit. I left pretty quickly and I was there for 6 months and I was sitting at my desk and I was just like, this cannot be it. Like, I have to be seated at my desk from
Mhm.
9 to 6. I can go and ask my boss if there's anything else I can do and ask for more work and be
Yeah.
told no, but not be allowed to leave the office. And I was
Yeah,
just
you
like,
just felt
this
like change there. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
literally, I tell people it was like an ass and seat policy. And
Mhm.
that's how I put it. And I was just like, I can't wrap my mind around the thought that I'm asking for more work to do, not
Mhm.
only being told no, I'm also asking for more work to do to get a raise and get
Yeah.
promoted and make more money. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I've got to go into a commission based business. So um I quit right before vacation to Hawaii, which they
Oh,
denied
wow.
my vacation to. And I said, okay, no
Well, then
problem.
I
I quit.
quit.
Yeah, and I went to Hawaii, and that was great. It would have been 2021, I think,
So
is
you
when
were
we
working
went.
at the agency during this time?
Yeah,
Okay.
so when I left Goop in end of 19.
Mhm.
I go to Page for 6 months. Or no, I left Goop end of 18.
Mhm.
And then I did 6 months of 2019 at Page, quit, got my real estate license in, like, a month or 2. And started in real estate. I worked for an agent at
Mhm.
Compass, Beverly Hills, as an unlicensed assistant from like September 19 until
Mhm.
December 19. Got licensed. There was like a long wait period to test to get your license. So I had to get an unlicensed
Oh,
job.
wow.
Otherwise, I would have gone freaking broke.
Mhm.
So I worked for him, and then as soon as I got
Yeah.
licensed, I went to the agency. And so I started at the agency January 3rd, 2020, like
Oh my
right before
god, that's
COVID.
right before COVID.
Yeah.
And when did the agency start? Because it's not like because he was so Mauricio was, like, with Hilton and Highland, like, he was with Rick,
Yes. Yep.
and I think that was, like, the original kind of falling out between well, one of the falling out they've had many falling outs, Kyle and Kathy.
Yeah.
So I don't know when the agency actually did start,
The
but I feel like it
agency,
wasn't around
I
for
should
too
know
long.
this. Well, we just recently hit a 10-year anniversary, I want to
So
say.
do
So
you
I
still
want to say
work
it was
for
like
the agency
2014.
just out in you're just in Nashville now?
No, so I
Okay,
don't
you
work for
left.
the agency anymore. So yeah, I left. So I was with the agency for that would have been last year. So I was with them for 5 years in
Oh, wow.
California, and then they have a franchise here in Nashville,
Mhm.
met with them here, and I ended up joining a team when I got licensed in Tennessee, kept my license with the agency in California, and, because I was on a team there to so Mauricio founded the agency
Yeah.
with a group of people, A lot of people only know him. But
Yeah. Like, I don't know if, like, was he, like, the one who, I don't I wasn't thinking, like, y he interviewed you, but maybe he did, I don't know. Did he interview you?
no, so I he founded the agency. There's 7 of them, so it's, I'm pretty sure it's 7. Mauricio, Farah, his daughter,
Yeah.
his Mauricio's dad, Blair
Uh-huh.
Chang, Billy Rose, and then Paul Lester and Aileen Kimura. And Paul and Aileen are a duo, and I worked for them.
Okay.
So I was on their team. Um, so it was really fun. It was really fun. When I started, we shared like okay, so imagine like you know that French kids book Madeline
Mhm.
where all the beds are like in a row, or like think of like a hospital with like all the beds in a row and like you
Mhm.
have like shower curtains,
Yeah,
separating
that's
like
yeah.
little bit. So our office, that makes it sound like it wasn't nice. It just was, all of the walls were like movable. So if
Well,
you wanted to
interesting.
like make a bigger office, if like a big agent comes in, or if a team leaves and then you want to like
Mhm.
move walls and have like 4 smaller offices, that's kind of how like our office was. And my team's office, I sat in our little room, you could
Mhm.
say, with Paul and Aileen. We shared one of those movable walls with
Mhm.
James and David from Million Dollar Listing LA, if you watched that.
Yeah, I haven't watched that show in, like, forever. I think the last time I watched it, it was still, like, the
The Altman,
Altman,
Josh
Josh
Flag.
Flag. Yeah,
So
and then,
James and
like
David are the Brits.
okay, I
The
do
2.
okay, yes, I do know
Yeah,
them, James and David. Okay, I do know
yeah.
them, and then yeah, I haven't watched that show in a few seasons. I did watch, like, a few seasons with is there Tracy, is that her name?
Tracy Tudor, yeah.
Yeah. But she's like they're actually real estate agents there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
that show, because I know, like, Selling
yeah.
Sunset, I
They
don't think
do.
any of them are actually you've talked about that on your
I do talk
yeah, they're
about
not
that.
actually they're not actually
Some of
real
them
estate.
aren't even licensed,
Yeah, that's
which is just
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
No, Tracy, I know I need to do like a $1 million listing kind of recap TikTok. Everyone's asking for selling the OC after I did selling
yeah,
Sunset, so I need to do that too. But no, $1 million listing LA, all of those agents do massive business.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
it
like
was
especially,
awesome.
like, the Altmans, I feel like they have, like, their own thing happening.
Yeah.
Um, so you were with the agency for 5 years. So, like, did you, like, interact like, were you around when they shot the one reality TV show that
Yes.
was
It was
canceled?
a
Like,
nightmare. They were
really? So it was,
filming
like,
every day.
every day, and it was, like, it was I think it was because I watched it. I watched
Mhm.
the very short-lived it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. I mean, like, it was like, "Oh, these kids are pros," but, like, they grew up with it, right, with Kyle. Um Like, what was that like? And how did they decide I mean, really, it was just centered around his children that were working for his business. Although I think wasn't it like one of the daughters wasn't very good, but the other daughter was pretty good at real
Yeah,
estate? I don't remember
yeah, like
anymore, but
the Alexia storyline of it all. Yeah, I mean, for start,
yeah.
like the boring piece of it is that it was just like so disruptive. Like having left
Yeah,
as
just
they
like if you're
were,
just not on camera. Yeah.
yeah,
And you're
you're
just like
signing just
I
to
mean, like,
get
I
in
would
the
imagine
office
just
every
like
day.
cameramen and like, "Get out
Yeah,
of here, like,
signing
we
a
have to do
release.
lighting." Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. But no, I mean, in my personal opinion, like when it came out, it it wasn't, for me personally, good PR for me as an agent
Interesting.
at the
Like
agency.
okay.
Like
Because
I
you don't think it was really reflective of, like, what it was actually like to be an agent there, or it was like
I don't think it served the brand
okay.
in the
Yeah.
best way,
Yeah.
and that's just my personal opinion. I think it was like just a lot of
Noise.
attention
Right. That
and noise.
wasn't really about,
Yeah,
like, real estate because it was
yeah,
different than, like, any of the other shows, like, Million Dollar Listing where you're actually seeing a lot of these, like, homes. I don't know. Maybe they were doing that on the agency, but I feel like it was a lot of it was centered around, like,
the family
Alexia's
and whatnot.
boyfriend, and then I think it was also around the time that Kyle and Mauricio were separating or they were separated or Kyle didn't have a girlfriend. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, talk about that. Did you ever see Kyle make out with another woman at your
I did not. I did
Okay.
not.
You heard it here first. She only
Did
does
not
that
see
on
makeout.
camera if she's shooting a music video. So did you ever it's like, did you ever meet Kyle then? Like, would she just, like, ever come
Yeah,
in
I
and,
mean,
like, be like, "Hi, honey," just, like, visit her husband at work?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were all around a lot, and I think or I guess I forget on the show, I guess the whole storyline was that Sophia wasn't good at real estate, but because
I
it's
don't know.
Farrah, Alexia, Sophia,
Yeah, it
but
was
that
which one's the one who's on Ozempic? She was the bad one or something.
Sophia, yeah,
Right.
she was,
Mhm.
like, very openly about that, yeah,
Yeah.
she's doesn't do real estate anymore, but Alexia and Farrah still very much
Yeah.
are in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a family business.
Yeah.
So then you left LA for Nashville.
Mhm.
And so this was like a really interesting this is a really interesting storyline. What's wrong with me? I'm like so reality. This is an interesting storyline. So you decided like I'm gonna move and I was like still following your TikTok and stuff at the time and like you talk a lot about like mental like being like depression, anxiety, like all of these things which I find super relatable. A lot of people like I I I like when people like yeah, this is just something that happens. You can have all these amazing things happening in life and still like
Yes.
not feel like yourself.
Yep.
And like you're taking medication, like whatever it is that you need to do to like just like feel better. Like especially like I don't remember like right before COVID, I was like not okay. Like
Mhm.
it's just and I had to get on medication and see a therapist, like all of these things. And sometimes, like, especially when you're in it, it can feel like you're the only person experiencing like those type of feelings. And so sometimes just like when you see that, like, it just fucking happens and it sucks. Um, yeah, I just found that to be refreshing and it sucks to go through it. But I kind of like I applaud you for talking so openly about it. Just like the more people that talk about it, the more like we
100%.
just like destigmatize like it's okay to like not feel okay, even though it's kind of a cliche thing to say. But
Yeah.
like you kind of decided, I think like you have a family home outside of Nashville or near Nashville, right?
Yeah, so Nashville is, like, a very funny story. So, like, we were talking about SMU, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
had a boyfriend that I thought I was gonna, like, marry and have kids
Mhm.
with and blah, blah, blah." So he lives, like, somewhat close to Dallas.
Okay.
I won't dox him, but I was not gonna stay in Dallas. I was not gonna stay in, Texas, and I went back to
Mhm.
California, and we stayed long distance to, like, middle of the country all the way to LA, and we were doing, like, long
Wow.
distance for,
That's
um
crazy.
yeah, like, a year and a half, and so through that period, we were trying
Oh, that's
to
crazy.
yeah, it was crazy, and, like, yeah, so I like and getting to him was not a direct flight, like, I was never gonna
Mhm.
move where he's from, I wasn't gonna stay in Dallas, he was never gonna move to LA, like, we
Yeah.
had to kind of find something in the middle, and so we'd,
Mhm.
like, gone to Savannah, Georgia, like, we knew we
Mhm.
wanted a smaller southern city, which is, like, the funny part because Nashville is quickly becoming not
It's
a small
huge.
city, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
blowing up.
Yeah.
But we, like, did Savannah, Georgia, and then we had a wedding in Athens and thought
Mhm.
about Charleston and all
Mhm.
of these kind of, like, mid-tier.
Yeah.
And we came to Nashville, like, on a whim with my parents. They were coming here for, a concert, and, like, if I was going anywhere in kind of, like, the Southeast, he would always, like, come meet me. And I just loved it, like, fell in love with it. Absolutely, like, head over heels. I was like, "I wanna move here," and I
Mhm.
got super obsessed with Nashville. And I'd, like, taken a couple trips, probably, like, 3 or 4 trips, us looking to buy a house here and, like,
Huh.
basically move here together. Um, Find the house, we break up,
Oh
like,
my
right
god,
after that.
that's crazy. Wait, did you alre were you, like, under contract when like, had you bought the house? Like, put a
I
deposit down?
think I had see no, I
Oh,
think
okay.
I'd seen it, and then, yeah, we, like, crazy life things happen, and
Yeah.
we just, like, went through something really traumatic together and just came out the other side as different people and ended
Mhm.
up breaking up. And, I bought the house anyways. So, I bought a house in Nashville, that would have been December 2017, but
Wow.
I thinking I'd move here at some point, I put a renter in it,
Mhm.
and, anywho, so I had that from 2017. I'd come and, like, check up on it, and my family would come. My mom started falling in love with Nashville, and I had a friend here from SMU that was a real estate agent, and he came to me when, the market was going crazy in
Mhm.
21 and was like, "Have you ever thought about selling? Like, I could get a crazy price for your house." And I was like, "Let me do the due diligence and decide if, like, I'm gonna move here and move into this house." I met with
Mhm.
architects and designers to see if I could, like, make it right for me, if I could, like, change the garage, like, little things to make it kind of
Mhm.
like a dream home. And it was just too complicated, so I ended up selling my house, like, investment property here
Mhm.
in 21, and literally the next month, my parents closed on their second home here in Franklin.
Wow, that's
So, as
crazy.
soon as mine kinda went out the window, my parents bought the ranch down in Franklin. So, as soon as that hit, that would have been, like, early 2022, we started spending so much more time here. We were here
Yeah.
probably, like, once a quarter, and it just that was as my real estate career was taking off in LA, and it just felt
Mhm.
like I was never gonna move here. How do you walk away from a city-specific business
Mhm.
and start over? It's not like I'm virtual or,
Yeah.
I'm an accountant and can
How
just
do you
get
walk
a
away
new.
from Mauricio and
I know.
those
Can you believe
kids?
that?
How do you walk away from that? How do you walk away from Mo? Was he ever high at work? No, just kidding. Remember that one episode where he was like high?
You
It's
know,
probably more than one
I wouldn't
episode.
know.
Yeah, it wasn't probably not like he was like coming into the office and he's like, "I'm high. My wife's gay." Like
I
it's not.
mean,
It probably wasn't that scandalous.
it is legal in
He would have gotten a
California,
second
so
season if he really walked around doing that though. If he
that
was
would have
like,
been iconic, like, literally, like, blood
"I'm on
rotation.
drugs. My wife is now gay." My daughters are bad at real estate. A girl can dream. So you're in Nashville. I also like I mean, that house is, like, to die for, like, just, like, your different TikTok videos, like, when you,
Oh my
like
gosh.
I think that house is so cool because one of the other things that you're really into that I'm super into is, like, you love, like, cooking and hosting and,
All
like,
of that,
all
it's
of
my
the
dream.
things. Yeah. So
Literally
I would,
my dream.
actually, like, not that long ago, you posted something about, like, hosting tips or something, and, like, one of the
Yeah.
things is, like, getting, like, pretty napkins and putting them in the bathroom when you're gonna have a lot of guests,
Yes,
and I was like, "That's so fucking smart because whenever we only have
those
one
little things.
guest bathroom at my house, and I'm like, that towel gets so nasty, and I feel
It gets
bad,"
so
and so I started
nasty.
doing that.
Yay! I
It
love
gets
that,
so
yeah.
nasty.
It's
And the words of
literally
Nene
my
Leakes,
dream.
"So nasty, so rude."
I love
So you're
Nene.
I know, we need to bring her back. It
I
feels so
know.
upsetting
It's
to me.
it's
Atlanta
scary.
has not been the same. Like, the franchise hasn't been the same. I feel like the city as a whole probably hasn't been the same without Nene
The
on the
city is
show.
grieving.
Just her aura of, like,
There
being mean
there
to
there's
Kenya.
a oh my
Like,
gosh, Kenya. That was crazy. Was that
Kenya getting fired or how she got
yeah.
fired. Yeah, that was really, like,
How she
difficult
got
for me.
fired?
Well, it's kinda bad, but, she was, like I will say, like, this controversial take, but I've talked about it before. Like, she was probably my favorite housewife, which is it's
Are
an
you
interest
serious?
she was because, you know what, like, I always felt with Kenya, like, even when there was nothing happening on the show and nothing was interesting, especially after Nene left, like, Kenya never stopped delivering in terms of just, like
Fair. Moving it
she was
forward.
always an interesting character to watch.
Yes, that's
Just,
fair.
just, like, she really, like, lived in this, like, Gone with the Wind fabulous sort of
Fabulous.
just yeah, yeah, and just some of the things that she'd say, like, "At least I didn't pip my daughter out for John Legend tickets to Kim Zolciak." Like, I think about
Yeah,
that.
I miss Kim. Do you watch Next Gen?
I did not watch Next. I saw clips. I
Really?
hear it's good. It's not one of
It's
the
good.
shows that we covered. Right now we're covering SLC, and we had gone
Sure.
back and covered, like, old episodes of, like, we covered, like, seasons 1 through 10 of OC, and, like, we've just, like, done a bunch of, like, all of Vanderpump, all of
Okay.
Summer House. I didn't watch Next. I need to, because, like, the
You
thing with
should.
Bravo's, like, slim pickings for me these days. Like, I don't
It
feel like
is.
it's
It
like
is.
OC is
I
not
mean,
good.
just
I feel
keep
like
it now.
SLC is the only good thing we have in
It
life.
is carrying. It
In
literally
life.
is carrying.
It's sad, like what
I
happened
love
to
them women.
Roni,
So
like,
interesting.
I hate Roni right now. Well, whatever the reboot,
Is
they
is Reboot coming back? How are they
so
filming
I
that?
boots on the ground at, BravoCon, which is happening right
BravoCon?
now. So this
I
is what
know.
I heard is happening, is that they are going to bring back, and like, it's gonna be a mix. So, like, it's gonna be this is alleged. It's gonna be Luann, Sonia, Dorinda,
Okay.
but then
Dorinda!
Dorinda,
She's my favorite
by the
housewife.
way, her social media is, like, so scary, but
It's so scary.
she needs
She's
to
my
be back
favorite
on TV.
housewife
She's amazing.
because when they go to the Berkshires,
I
right?
think that's what those are my Christmas movies.
Went to Berkshire school. I went to boarding school down the street from her, what is it? Bluestone
Bluestone
Manor?
Manor? Oh
Yes,
my god.
and
Number
when
1,
they
you're a
go to the
boarding school
town
girly. I didn't know that they made those since Paris Hilton. And then number 2, that there's a boarding school there. Oh my
Yes,
god. So you've seen Bluestone Manor.
100%, and the little town when they go to town, that's
Yeah.
Great Barrington. That was, like I'd, like, get the bus to go to town on the weekends to, like, pick
Did
up cigarettes at the CVS with,
my
like, my
god. You probably
18-year-old
went to the
fake
same
ID.
CVS that Dorinda goes to get her cigarettes.
Literally, when they went to dinner, it's so nostalgic watching it. I, like,
You have
miss
lived,
Great
like,
Barrington so
such a
much.
life. It's so crazy. See what
I
happens when
don't
you leave
know.
Dallas, people? You work
There's
for
a whole
Mauricio, get depression, and then move to Nashville. But you're Dorinda adjacent. That's fucking crazy. I
Yeah,
would
no, I love
die
her.
just to I wanna like, I think she, like, rents out, like, or you can do events, I think, at her Berkshire's house.
Can you? I
I or
know,
she
I'm not
was
so
doing that for a while,
sure.
and I was like, you can have, like, a dinner party, but, like, she's there, like,
Oh,
obviously, like, and I think you're also just h like, h
like a
maybe
live
hiring.
cameo? Like cameo, but
Yeah, it's like
IRL?
Cameo Live. I don't know. They were supposed to do a reality show there, and
Yeah, what happened to that?
I just think that, like, I don't know, because the premise was, like, she was gonna have staff working
Staff?
for her.
Like a villa,
E
what is it? Vanderpump
Vanderpump
Villa?
Villa, but it's like, I don't know, it's like her own house without guests. Like, I didn't understand how it was gonna work, but I don't know if
Yeah,
she was maybe too mean to people, or she's
sure.
gonna maybe go back to Roni, or I don't know what, but
Yeah,
that
wait, okay, so who
well,
did you
yeah,
say
so
New
it's
York might
alleged it's
be?
gonna be okay, so it would be
Luann,
oh,
Sonia.
Carol,
No.
Sonia, Luann, so
Carol,
Carol,
Sonia.
Countess, Luann, yeah, and then new people was gonna be Jessa Jessa, I think,
Jessel?
Aaron,
Jessel?
um,
Isn't her name Jessel?
Jessel, yeah, not Jessa,
Jessel.
maybe I don't know,
She's
I couldn't
funny, I
watch the new
like her.
season. I know Aaron,
Sure.
and then one other girl, I can't remember, but Aaron definitely, and I think it's true because, like, Aaron was just on Watch What Happens Live, like, not that long,
And
like, maybe, like, a few weeks ago.
she's at BravoCon. I think I
She's
saw
at
a clip of her
BravoCon.
on stage or something for some
Yeah,
panel.
she's at BravoCon right now, so I think, like, they'll probably announce that, and they're gonna do, like, the new Vanderpump, which I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but
I, like, am not a Vanderpump girl. I like when everything like, I'm sorry, like, I am the definition of, like, fair weather fan jumping on the bandwagon, like, when Scandoval, like,
Skinval
shit was hitting the
happened.
fan, I
Mhm.
was like, "Okay, like, let me try to watch this because 'cause I'm a Bravo girly, like, but I'm more so a housewife girly, obviously Southern Charm is my gateway drug, like, that's what got
Yeah.
me into,
It's such a different
Bravo.
show now, like,
Oh my
so
I was
like,
watching that
the
shit,
first season,
like,
I can't
Thomas
believe that was a
Ravenel.
show, like, it would never be made today, like, the fact that,
No!
like, I think about it and he's, like, having unprotected sex with
Commercials
this 21-year-old the dinner
it's
party? Remember that dinner
insane.
party where he's,
Yes,
like, trying to
Yes,
school all of the men how to be gentlemen, but then he's also talking about how he gave up the love of his life while Catherine is sitting there. And then Craig is like, well, I don't think it's very classy for a person here who slept with everybody at the table or like everything about that scene is
insane.
like fucking nuts.
You'd think it was scripted, but,
Yeah,
like,
you
that
just
was
can't
the most
believe like something
real.
like that. So now whatever this show is now, which I haven't watched the last few seasons. I haven't
I have,
watched
it's not
yeah,
great,
it's just
but
it feels like it's a completely different thing. Like, I miss
100%.
Cameron, Cameron was
I
great.
miss Cameron. I know that she's problematic or something, I don't know,
I
everyone
think sh
hates her.
I don't know, I think she's getting a divorce or something, but she
I've
left.
been seeing that,
Yeah,
yeah.
she left
She
the
was
show.
funny. I ran oh my god,
She was funny. Yeah.
so many Bravo celebrities, like, crossed. So I ran into Landon she, like, followed me, like, I would
The
see her
dolphin
freaking
girl,
everywhere.
she sounds like the dolphin.
Yes.
Yeah,
I ran
she
into
was on
her
the
in Santa
hills.
Barbara.
Did y yeah,
Yes, she
she was
was.
on the hills, it's
I saw
crazy.
her, like, on a date or something in Santa Barbara with, like, a allegedly saw her on a date, with, like, a very geriatric
Yeah,
aged man, and
that's
I
what
was
she
like, "That
likes.
that that tracks."
Yeah,
And then she started doing real estate, so I would run into her at open houses and stuff in LA, like,
weird.
running around, yeah.
Is she a
And then
good
my
real
friend
estate
dated Craig
agent?
too. I'm like, "Why are you people following me? I swear to
Wait,
God."
your friend dated Craig?
Yeah.
What was that like for her?
Um, I I I don't know.
Was he
I
making wait, is your friend your friend's not Paige, and your friend's not it wasn't Paige, and then it wasn't what's the girl that he dated on the show forever?
Not on the show, not on the show.
Naomi, so
No, no,
it
no, no,
wasn't
no.
Naomi. I was like,
No,
because he
post page.
it was pre-pillow Craig?
No, it was post Pillow Craig. It was post
Post-pillow Craig.
page Craig. Yeah, yeah. Very brief,
Post-Paige
but
was it oh, so it's, like, fairly recent then.
yeah. I won't say who,
No, you don't
but,
have to,
you
but
know.
that's yeah.
I'm just like, and then Craig's like, I feel like they're always here because 'cause he's got the pillow store on 12
Mhm.
South here in Nashville. Um, what's wrong with my sewing?
What's wrong with my sewing?
I mean, Pop Off King, everyone
Yeah,
loves
I
to
don't know if it
slam
was
him. I'm like,
when he
"Whatever."
lied about passing the bar exam, like,
He's a
that could
storyteller. He's not a
that's, like,
liar, he's a
not a
storyteller.
thing that people can immediately find out, or that, like, the South Carolina bar would be like, "No, you fucking
Oh,
didn't."
he is actually unhinged. Like, it is crazy, like, I
That
watch
show,
people.
like, those early seasons, it's like some of those fucked up stuff. Like,
Do you like
there was
Austin? What do you think about Austin?
okay,
Sometimes
we'll get
I
into
think
Austin, but, like,
Austin
I think about even, like, the 1st season with Thomas showing up. There was an episode where Thomas showed up at Shep's house, like, in the morning. It's probably not even morning, it's probably noon, but Shep was
for
super hungover,
sure.
and he's, like, knocking on his window, and he's, like, sitting there, and he's like, "Catherine might be pregnant. She doesn't know who the father is. Um, she's late on her period, and it could be one of us." And, like, Shep's, like, so, like, bleary-eyed and hungover. He's like, "This all happened today?"
Yeah,
Cares, all
like,
that stuff.
and you're just like, the lightning in a
Austin
ball. Go ahead.
yeah, that's why I'm just like, I can't whatever it is now, I don't know. Like, Austin remember that, like, threesome that got filmed or whatever, and it
Madison!
got remember that?
Madison!
Madison, yeah, there's the 2 girls. He's fine. I mean, he really was just like another Shep, like a younger Shep.
Well, Chef used to
It's
be freaking
okay.
hot too. Like, those first
Yeah,
couple
and now
seasons,
he's
he
just
was
like
hot.
he never had a job. I still don't think Shep has a job. The
No,
show's his job.
in, like, the first season, he talks about, like, which is my complete goal in life. He talks about having mailbox money where he
Yeah,
doesn't have to work for his money and just
yeah.
having, rental income and owning properties.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, dream, literally dream date.
Yeah, but now he's
Um,
like, he's like in his 40s. Like he probably doesn't need to be like, I don't know. I worry about him. He doesn't need to be partying all the time.
how old
But
is he? Is he, like,
he's
pushing
definitely
50?
yeah, I think so. Cause he was already pushing 40 when the show started. Also, wasn't
Yikes.
it so weird that show that like all these like young
Old
guys
men.
were friends with Thomas and
No,
JD
it's
remember JD?
yes, I do not
And they
like
had
that
what was that,
man.
like, they didn't have South Carolina Day, Carolina Day, whatever day that he wanted to have a party for at
Yes, with
his
the
restaurant.
polo.
They had,
I
like,
mean,
that Yeah, whatever.
They gave money those first couple seasons. Like, I am here.
Mhm.
I do not okay, let me give you a hot take. I do not enjoy Vanderpump, especially the early seasons, because I watch Housewives and all of
You wanna
these
see
Bravo
rich
shows.
people.
Well, yes,
You
I
wanna
want
see
the
rich people.
yachts, I want the flights, I want the private jets,
We
I
got the
want the
yacht.
outfits,
Yeah,
I want the Birkins. Like, I am not here. My life is hard enough. I don't need to be sitting
watching
there
people
watching
see
people struggle.
see,
I
that's when
don't
I
wanna
thought
watch that.
Vanderpump was great,
No,
when they were
not
all
for me.
poor, and then I
No.
stopped watching
No,
it when
thank
they
you.
all got houses. I was like,
Yeah,
"No, I
no.
only like you
I'm
guys
the
when you're
opposite.
renters." Uh,
I'm like, "I don't wanna watch Renters." Like, no.
Alexia's a
I can
renter on Miami. Uh,
God, oh my gosh, don't come for Todd.
ugh, apparently
He'll
she
come for
still
you.
does sometimes. I don't know. I don't know if they're still seeing each other. Maybe they're officially
Wonder.
divorced. I don't
I
know.
do wonder about, like, those
Those Miami
from the
girls.
cheap seats. No, just, like, those super toxic relationships, like,
Mhm.
that I mean, it's, like, pretty unhinged, right? Like, she's sitting sobbing at a dinner talking about how terrible he is, and then is
Yeah,
back with it like,
but she's,
knowing
like, still
it's
having
going on
sex.
national television and then to still,
Slamming
like,
her, yeah. But,
slamming her, her slamming him, and then, like, you're just back together. I'm like,
she's so
this is
interesting,
unhinged."
though. Well, I'm a star, I was born a star, I love Alexia. Like, it's so
I
weird,
do love
the
Alexia.
first time I ever saw Alexia on screen was not on Housewives, it was
Fair.
on Cocaine Cowboys. So her first husband worked for Pablo Escobar or something. He
Yes.
was like a
Yes.
cocaine kingpin and like
Yes.
got cocaine into Miami. And so she was on one of the first like cocaine cowboys talking about that.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And I knew
That's
then
so
I was like,
funny.
I'm gonna see this woman somewhere.
This woman is a star. She was
Yeah.
born a star.
Yeah, she was born a star. And I'm like, I love it. I miss Nicole on that show, but like even
Me
like,
too.
you know what?
Money.
Yeah,
Money.
money, but like
Yes.
it's also like, how does she have so much money? Sometimes I always wondered, like, I get it, like your husband's an attorney, but like her, like the house that they sold a house in Miami to like Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos. I'm like,
Bezos. Yeah.
how do you
No,
have that much
I
money?
wonder the same thing. I worry personally, allegedly, for, sorry, can you hear my dog barking? She's barking and whimpering in her sleep. She's, like,
Oh,
dreaming right
that's
now.
sweet.
I worry for Stephanie, for Shoma a bit.
You know, she was at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party.
I heard that.
That's
I did hear
crazy.
that.
Yeah. She did not have those pictures taken down like Meghan Markle did. She
Oh
was
my
like,
god,
you couldn't
I
have those
didn't
pictures
see
left up.
that. I heard that on another podcast, and I was like, "Wait," I was distracted driving, and I'm like, "Wait, like 15-second back, 15-second back. What did they just say?"
They
And I
had,
was like,
yeah.
"Stop, that is so embarrassing."
Oh, that they had the pictures taken down?
Yeah, what do you
They
think it
appar
is?
oh, apparently this is word on the street, was that
Hit me.
Harry was wearing a pin, like, you can see it was like a red flower poppy. It's like Remembrance Day or
Yes,
whatever day
yes,
in, like, the
yes.
UK,
I know
which
they
is
do
kinda
that,
like
yeah.
Veterans Day, and it's like a
Yes,
big thing with the royal family.
yes.
She wasn't wearing a poppy, and
Oh,
so she was like, "Oh, well, now there's all these pictures, and, like, this is getting back into the UK," and, like, it's just, like it was, like, another thing that pissed off the royal family, and so she
ay,
was like,
ay,
"Take these
ay.
pictures down, um, because I'm
Do you
not
think
wearing
she
the
really
poppy."
has
It
that
wasn't like
much
I don't even think
pull
it was about, like with
with the
Kim
Kardashians?
Kardashian, probably.
Really? Like, why? Like,
Probably.
because
Um,
royalty
because she's still
proximity?
royalty adjacent, like, she still
Yeah,
has the title and stuff, and, like, probably, like I don't think the Kardashians necessarily are like, "No, fuck you," like, "We're keeping up a" it was just like and by the way, it's not like everybody didn't already see those pictures, and I'm
that's
sure
what
that
I don't get.
they've also
Like,
asked other people to take down pictures that they didn't want up necessarily, and so I don't think there was already just so many famous people there.
yeah, I
But
mean,
I
it
was
was
like,
just
"Oh my
like
god, Stephanie from, like, Miami is, like, standing next to Kris Jenner and, like,
yeah,
Beyoncé."
yeah.
I would have loved to go to that birthday party, everybody was
I can
there.
only imagine. I've seen, like, so many deep cuts on TikTok being like,
And,
this
like, the
is
police
definitely
kept
like
showing up, like, that was the thing that also surprised me, they kept getting noise complaints. I mean, it's the worst people in the world, but,
well, that's what
um
like TikTok's saying, being like, this is just like the mastermind summit of like
I know, I would have been
billionaires.
like, "Are they actually talking like, what do they talk about with each other?" Like
Do you think like billionaires and people like that like get like insecure because they're not as like big of billionaires as the other billionaires in the room and they're like, oh God, like she doesn't even like me.
I think maybe they'll be like maybe not the billionaires because that's probably like that's a pretty exclusive club, but maybe the people who are not billionaires might like Scott Disick being around Jeff
Bezos.
Bezos and even around Kylie and like Kim, who that might make him a little insecure, or just being around Courtney and Travis making out. I don't
Ugh.
know. You know, I now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I wonder if Scott was at that party because I didn't see pictures of him.
No, I mean, it seems like they're so close, Scott and Chris.
Yeah, I don't know how close they are anymore. I haven't that's another show I haven't been keeping up with,
I
but
have not been keeping up with
I know
keeping up.
well, I think since she got married to Travis and, like, they have a kid together, but I also think that marriage is not gonna last.
Oh, that marriage to me
It's
personally is extremely
bizarre.
concerning,
It's
extremely
bizarre, like,
concerning.
she looks like a completely different person, and that's
And
okay.
she does that,
Yeah,
but
but this is, like, really
it's yeah.
dramatic.
Well, and it's like, when they first started dating and she's one of those, everyone has that girlfriend that just assumes the personality of whoever they're
Oh, I thought
dating,
you're
and
like vocal
she
fry? Yeah.
oh,
Sometimes that's me. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm
I was
literally an
watching the
A1A Valley girl.
Kardashians. I was watching the Kardashians when my daughter was born. I would not let them turn it off. I was like, "I just wanna concentrate on this and
Good for
not,
you.
like, a person coming out of my body," and I, like, remember when my daughter, like, actually came out of my
Like,
vagina.
crested.
It was like yeah, it was an episode where Kim was talking about the burglary in Paris, and she was saying
Uh,
she was having a lot of panic attacks, and she
yeah,
was, like, saying, like, because Courtney was in Paris with her, and she was like, "I just remember thinking, like, when Courtney comes back and sees my, like, dead body, that, like, one day she's able to live a normal life," and that's what I was praying to God, like,
yeah,
"I just hope Courtney can live
yeah.
a normal life," and then
Yeah.
Courtney goes, "Yeah," and then that's when my daughter was born.
Oh my god, that's an epic story,
It's
though.
amazing.
People on TikTok will always come for me in my vocal fry. They're like, You sound like such a dumb valley girl." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm from the fucking valley. Have you seen Clueless? I'm literally from the San Fernando Valley. So, you're telling me
And
I
so are
sound
their
like where I'm from."
Kardashians, they're from Calabasas.
I know. I was
We
their
were
camp
talking about
counselor.
oh, yeah, Courtney and Travis, something's really weird. Well, I read his biography a long time ago. He's like a hardcore sex addict, and he did the exact same thing with his ex-wife that
Yes.
he's doing with, Courtney, and, like, his daughter's named Alabama, from the movie True Romance, and then what like, last Halloween or maybe a couple Halloweens ago, like, they dressed as the characters from True Romance. It's fucking weird, and then, like, they
And the
dressed
Kim stuff,
he's in
like,
love with Kim.
yeah,
He's in love with
that
Kim.
I don't I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole if it was me. But what I worry about, like, to actually be like kind, shockingly, for a minute, I like you see the light like draining out of her, like in front of us, like it
She's
was one thing when she
miserable.
was like punk rock, like
Yeah.
just assuming his personality in the beginning, but I mean, like in clips, I mean, I don't know her, but I'm like, this doesn't look
You're right.
good, you know? So I
She
kinda
doesn't
hope
seem
it does
happy.
end.
I mean, I know
Not they just had a
her
kid, but I'm like,
too.
you gotta take care of
That
you,
doesn't
you
mean
know?
anything to that family. You just gotta move on.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fair.
they don't get married to stay married over there,
Mm,
and that's okay.
no.
The women are successful. I'm actually, like, almost finished with, like, the unauthorized Kardashian biography book.
Oh, nice. I know,
It was
I
the
was trying
same
to decide
author
if I
who
was gonna
did
read
House of Hilton, which was, like, if the craziest book ever.
I have not read that.
You
I was
have
trying to
to.
decide if I was gonna read the Gwyneth Paltrow one, um, but I don't know.
That would be like your former boss, like her unauthorized
Yeah.
biography.
Yeah. I'm like, "Okay."
Um, anyway, so what are you watching on Bravo? So you watch Southern Charm. Do you
I
watch all of
watch
the Housewives?
all of the Housewives, every single city, because right now, what, OC is there more reunion left?
I
Or are
don't know,
we
I
done
haven't
with
watched
OC?
I don't know. I just need the season to be done. I almost miss,
It's
like,
so bad.
bring
It's
back
so
I almost
bad.
like you know what? Alexis was at she's at BravoCon right now, so I'm like, "Are they
Really?
gonna
Can you believe
bring back"
they
she's
actually got
actually got
married?
married,
I
and
cannot believe that. When
can
that
you
dropped
believe
on
that
my feed,
Tamra was at the wedding and at the wedding shower, and
Tamara, I cannot, like, with her. Like, I can't stand her, and,
Vicky's
like,
at BravoCon.
I love
Yeah,
Vicky.
I do too.
I do miss Vicky.
I think Tamra's only at her best when she's with Vicky.
Interesting. That's a fair play. I'll accept
It's just
that.
like Vicky makes her funnier or something. Otherwise,
Yeah.
just a lot of what she does seems
It's
pretty
just dark.
cruel. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just really
cruel and
dark.
dark. I'm
Um,
watching Salt Lake, obviously, and then I go in and out of, like, all the Below Decks. I can't stand Captain Sandy, so I don't
mhm.
watch what is she? I can't even remember which
I
one
don't
she
know,
is.
Below Deck was, like, one show I just never got into, and then it just became so many different I was like, there's Med and Caribbean and,
Sailing,
like, I
Med, but
don't know where to
yeah,
start, and so I was just like, I never started it. It's just, like, too much now. I
yeah. What
can't.
else is even on right now?
Exactly, that's the problem.
Really? Did you watch Mormon Wives? Are you gonna watch the new Mormon Wives?
Yeah, I watched Mormon Wives, and then we're covering I think we're gonna cover The Bachelorette, which I've never really watched The
Yeah.
Bachelorette, but
Oh,
only because
really?
of Taylor Frankie Paul. We're gonna
Yeah,
so
I got really into so when I was at SMU, well, you don't watch, like, The Bachelorette, but so many people love JoJo. Like, have you heard of JoJo
yeah,
Fletcher?
she was from Dallas. I don't
She's
think she
from
lives here. She lives
Dallas.
in Puerto Rico now for tax reasons, but
Oh, really? So she
mhm,
was the Bachelorette from Dallas while I was in Dallas
mhm,
at SMU. So, like, all of us girls got super into it because it, like, you felt close to it and whatnot. So I got into The Bachelorette and Bachelor in college, and I watched it for, like, a few years. Like, when I moved home after college and lived with my parents, I'd, like, make my mom watch it and, like, drink wine
mhm,
on Mondays to, like, feel something now in
yeah.
corporate America. But I haven't watched it in
I
years,
haven't watched it
so
in years. I think the
I'll give it a
last time
go.
I watched it was I think Nick Vile was The Bachelor. That's how long
Oh,
it's been, and now he's
he
got,
is
like, a
the
podcast
worst.
where he lays down the whole time, I feel like, and is just kind of mean
He is
about women on
disgusting.
TV. I don't know what he
Yeah,
does.
he's disgusting, and the age difference
With
of
his
him and his
wife,
wife,
right?
the way
Yeah.
he talks about her, the way he talks to her,
Mhm.
he is not for
He's
me.
really, like I don't know, he's pompous or something.
Yeah,
I don't love him. I don't love him,
yeah, he's
but
not for me.
we'll see I don't know, like, what do you think they'll announce at BravoCon? I think they'll do the new Roni. Like, is there anything you're hoping they announce at
I
BravoCon?
personally would love to see an update. I don't think it will come, but I would love to see the day Jersey comes back without Teresa.
Teresa's at BravoCon, and it makes me nervous.
I would love to see the day Jersey comes back
I
without her.
Jersey's hard for me. It's just I can't do another season
I
of
can't.
this, you know? Like, I
No,
can't do another season of her and Melissa, and now I can't do another season of Teresa being married to a guy who doesn't pay his taxes.
no, I know, girl. I know.
Yeah, I can't do it, but she was at BravoCon.
Did you watch, Wife Swap?
I need to, but I know they took off the they've taken off the Wendy
They
episodes,
ended up
didn't they?
showing it. So they
Yeah,
moved her. She was supposed to be the preview, like, or the first episode. They aired
mhm.
it. They just aired it last,
They
and
did?
it
Oh
was
my god,
a
I'm gonna watch it.
fun watch. Melissa Gorga is one of the episodes, and
I think
it was
she's
a really fun
fun.
watch.
I like Melissa. Um, I don't know, like, Jersey is just it's just always been so family or like, it's just so family and, like, so
Enmeshed
it's
and
just yeah.
layered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just so much there, and, like, the husbands are so involved too. I don't know what you do with Jersey. Like, I don't know if you I think, like, instead of rebooting, Bravo needs just to do what they did with Miami, which is, like, you need to just not have it on for a
Get it.
while, people
Yeah.
miss it, and then you bring in a lot of, like, the same people, but then you mix in a couple of new people, or
I totally agree. I love Dolores too, though. Do you watch Traders? Are you a
I think
Traders
Dolores is
podcast?
amazing. I hate traders. Like, it's a big I know, my podcast partner is obsessed with it. I don't care about game like, I don't wanna do games and shit.
I can relate to that. I
Yeah.
can relate to that, but when it's a good cast, it's a good cast.
Yeah, I did watch the season with Phaedra, that was fun, but
Yeah.
other than that, I'm just like, I don't care. I don't wanna watch, like, people, like, in, like, wetsuits swimming in
I
Ireland. Like,
so
I'm
get
so
that.
sorry, like, I'm just like, you're in a castle like, I'm in a castle and you're gonna make me, like, go to try to find, like, Nessie? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And, like, the only reason these people are doing it is because 'cause they're just so desperate for airtime,
Airtime and
they were like,
fame.
"Yes, I
Yeah.
will wear a wetsuit in Ireland," instead of just, like, hanging out in a castle. Like, I'm just like, ugh.
That's true, and in my defense of the wealth and money of it all, like, I like Traders because of the castle and the fashion and the
Yeah.
outfits at the round table. I'm not about to watch, speaking of Teresa, I'm not about to watch Special Forces. Again, why do I
No.
wanna watch people struggle? I can
I
just
don't wanna watch
wake up
that.
and go to
I don't
work
watch, like,
for
The
that.
Challenge and shit like that,
No, me
I
either.
don't care how, like,
Survivor, no.
much you can, like, swing on a rope.
Struggle. Yeah,
I only have so many hours in a day to not do my job, so, like,
I
I'm gonna spend it
totally get
wisely.
it.
Like, when I would watch Traders because we covered it on our podcast, like, I just fast forwarded through all of the challenges, and I was like,
And
"Someone will
that's
tell me what
fine.
happened." Yeah, I'm like, "I'm good on this."
Are
Yeah.
you a Love Island?
Okay. Really I can't get into it. I think I need to try it again, but I was just like, "Why is there so many episodes?" It's like why I stopped watching Bachelor, Bachelorette,
I
like,
get
why is
it.
an episode 3
I get
hours
it.
long?
I got
Like
into it in COVID. Like,
like the
I was like,
UK one?
yeah, I
Yeah.
went from, like, the start. I did I I did UK first from season 1, like, I did
Oh my
all
god,
of
because
them.
who was that, the
It was
host
when they were, like, smoking,
well, like, the host, she dated, like, Harry Styles, and then like, the
Ca
first host of
the girl that
Caroline Mhm.
Caroline Flack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I watched all the way through UK, and then I got really into Australia. Australia gets a bad rap, like, in the Love Island community. I think it's really good. And then I'm not super into US, but I did watch, like, oh my god, speaking of, I literally need to go to this. I have to figure it out. I have plans on Sunday, but I just got invited to this party by this, like, agency, and they're basically the agency that reps all of the, like, PPG girls. You're not a Love Island girl, but, like, Kaylor and
Oh my god, Lauren's gonna
that
freak
big
out.
US season that, like, went crazy, like, Kendall, like, did you
You're
hear about,
gonna
like,
go
Kendall?
Are they
I wanna
repping you, the agency?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, they
you're
just
just going to a
invited me to
party.
this party, but they had, like, the guest list of all their, like, talent that would be
Holy
there,
shit, that's
and I'm like,
crazy.
"I need to go see all of those Love Island people," but I
Oh
literally
my
have
god.
plans, but I'm gonna have to skirt out early, I think,
Oh
and
my
go
god, that's so
see them.
exciting. The agency. Not the
I know,
agency,
right?
but a different agency.
Exactly.
Ah. Oh my god, that's great. Okay, so then we'll wrap okay, we need to land this plane. Um, yeah. So your social media speaking of Love Island, you also just talk a lot about being single and dating and all of that. How is
Yes.
that going for you right now? You're in a relation you're with a new guy. I think
Yes.
do you still call him new guy?
Yes.
Okay. Like, I was watching you when you had, like, 5 date guy,
Oh,
restaurant
yeah.
guy,
Oh,
and now
yeah.
there's a new guy,
Now there's a new guy, there
and
was
it's
open
going well
house
with the new
guy for a
guy.
little bit. There's been a lot of guys around, I suppose. No, it's great. I mean, I've made a TikTok, I need to post it, but some girl commented and was like, "How do you I have a new boyfriend?" I'm like, "That's literally the point for me." Like, I want to be in a relationship.
Mhm.
I want to find someone to have a long-term relationship with. Got into a relationship, restaurant guy,
Yeah.
decided it wasn't for me, kept it moving, on to the next, and I am much happier now, and I hope that stays the case, and if
Mhm.
not, I will do the same process of going in a different direction and keep on keeping on, you know?
Does new guy watch any reality TV at all?
No, he's so, like, buttoned up.
My husband, I'm like, my now husband, he's the only
Your
husband that
current husband.
my current husband,
I mean,
I'm
it's appropriate to call
my
my
now husband well,
partner
because when
my
we got
current boyfriend.
together, he was like, he didn't watch reality TV, and I was like, "Well, I do, and so if you wanna hang out, this is what I do."
Yeah.
And he watches all of it, and he also, like, he
All
edits
of
his
it?
yeah, he edits his podcast too, and so he watches all of it. Like, he'll just, like even when I'm, like, going back, because I said, like, the Berkshires are, like, my Christmas movies,
Yes.
like, I'll go back this time of year and, like,
Yes, and
rewatch
watch
all of them,
them seasonally,
and, like,
yes.
even he's like, "God, I've seen this so many times," so, like, "Ugh, I don't need to see it again," and then he'll still, like, stop in the living room and just, like, stand there for, like, 40 minutes watching it, and I'm like, "You might as well
Yes.
just
That's how
sit
you
down."
get the guys. You
Yeah,
just gotta
yeah,
put it
he
on in the
watches all of
background.
it, so I'm like, because I was gonna be like, "Is he gonna go with you to that event, the new guy?" But
Oh my god, I'll drag him to TikTok stuff all the time, like,
oh, that's
he
fun.
loves it and is fine with it, but I mean, we've only been dating for, like,
Like a month or
literally, like,
something.
6 weeks, like, it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
short, so the only thing we've ever watched, we're watching, the Murdoch show, 'cause
Oh,
I
yeah.
followed that case from, like, the
Yeah,
beginning, like,
I was, like, gonna ask, like, if you somehow knew those people.
oh my god.
It was a South Carolina connection. Yeah, no, I was watching the Hulu show. I read the book or I listened to the audiobook about it, and it's fucking that family's
It's crazy, and
yeah.
literally, I was a consumer, so Mandy Matney, who I think, like, produced the show, she's involved,
Mhm,
so and she did the audiobook, you know?
mhm.
Before that, she had a podcast where she was, like, live dropping, like, "Hey, like, just found this out," like, discovering all this shit, and it was during
Wow.
COVID. It was, like, during, like, 2020 or
Oh my
2021,
god.
and I was, like, one of her, like, 600 subscribers. Like, I was,
Holy
like,
shit. Like,
seeing this
when it was
in
all
action.
happening? That's
Yes.
crazy, yeah.
So
It's
I'm,
also
like,
fucked up
obsessed.
because it's like it doesn't make sense that he lost all of his money from, like, Oxy like, and none of it is it's all super weird, his, like
Yeah,
and also that his son Buster, like, just got married, and
I know.
this is so weird because I was, like, on like well, I'm on TikTok every day, but, like, not that long ago, I was on TikTok, and I got on my FYP, like, his new wife, like, posting about their wedding day, and she was like, "This is the happiest day of my life," and was, like, showing I was like, "Oh my god," because, like, his son Buster still says that his dad's innocent.
Yeah. Oh, fully. Fully, yeah. No,
Fucking
it's insane.
crazy.
But, yeah, we're
Yeah.
watching that, but I'm sure at some point, like, when we're just out and about a lot right
Yeah,
now, you
that's
know?
healthy.
So, I know.
I'm, like, just watching, like, I'm just a Dorinda now, just, like, in my house watching old
I am
episodes.
outside the house. I have never been so
And I have,
outside
like
the
we have
house.
our kid, like, my daughter, she's 4, and, like, whenever I was like, I, watch Housewives, I'm like, "It's one of my jobs." Like, she hates it so much when she was, like, 3, she would, like, cover her ears and be like, "I don't like loud mommies." That's what she called Housewives. Like, she would just
Loud
see it
mommies.
was like she was at
We
an
need
age where
merch.
she thought all women, like, were just moms. And so she was,
So
like, just
cute.
watching, like, women scream at each other. She's like, "I don't like loud mommies."
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so we'll wrap it up, but, like, where can people find you on social media or yeah, where can they find you and reach out if they
Absolutely.
want to? I don't know if you want people to reach out, but,
No, yeah,
follow
I would
you.
love it. So I'm at Michelle Knutson on Instagram and TikTok, and you can also follow Red Fox Ranch TN on Instagram. That's our property down in Franklin. And that's about it. That's me. Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Awesome. Yes, thank you so much for doing our show.